Well, good morning. My name's Ken LaSalle, and you're here for the introduction, my introduction to reading Climbing Maya. This book right here, available in ebook, paperback, and audiobook. It sounds almost like a course in college. This is Introduction to Climbing Maya with your professor. I'm just getting my reading glasses because I use them to read. So that's what everything looks like up close. Well, hi. I'm armed with my coffee, but you know what I'm not armed with is my timer. And I did this yesterday, and I ended up talking for almost a half hour. So if you'll give me just a moment. Okay, hi. So I've started a timer. I've started my kitchen timer to tell me to shut up, basically. That's his job. So today I'm beginning to read from this book, Climbing Maya. On the cover, the mission statement is set out right up here. What is success? We go through our lives. We wonder how to find success. People are always telling us to find it. People are always telling us it's so easy. But what is it? What is it? Is it houses? Is it money? Is it cars? Is it family? Is it religion? What is it? And so it was bothering me because I was at a time in my life when everything was falling apart, and I was kind of sick of constantly chasing this ephemeral thing, this thing we call success, which is, well, what is it? We'll get into that in the book, won't we? Aha! So, Climbing Maya is an exploration into success. It is a philosophical memoir, my philosophical memoir. I'm Ken LaSalle, the very small name at the bottom. Why is that so small? It's almost like an inadequacy thing, right? Anyway, I'm reading from the special second edition with afterword by author. Again, available online at Amazon, iTunes, Barnes & Noble, Audible, wherever books are sold online. Now, what I would like to do next is read to you from the back cover, or just read to you the back cover. How's that sound? So, what is success? What does it mean? How is it that we all look for this thing we call success, which, while each having our own idea about what it could be? We each have an individual definition, but it's one of those words that we don't really have a group think about, you know? Is there one definition for success? And why does the dictionary get it wrong? Which it does gloriously. Find out in Climbing Maya. Each person must find success on their own. That's clear. It's either that or remain unfulfilled. Nobody tells us what it is, or how to find it, or even what to look for. We're just told that it's what we're supposed to be. Common ideas about success include money, fame, power, and belongings, but those are all ultimately meaningless in the face of mortality, because you and I are going to die, and everything is going to go. As it turns out, success isn't a thing we acquire or a place where we go. It's not a job, it's not a family or any one thing. It's all of those things. And when you find what they all have in common, the way to success opens for you. Success casts its great shadow like the shadow of some unscalable mountain across our lives. We know it's up there, but what does it mean to go up there? What is, or where is the map that shows us the way? Climbing Maya was my way of finding the answer to this question of success. My way of defining the term and laying out a map to the goal. As a philosophical memoir, Climbing Maya exposes the reader to ideas about success in the works of Plato and Aristotle, optimality theory and Buddhism, Kundalini yoga, Maslow, and much more as I search for the final answer. Because success, as it turns out, is not about being rich or having it all. It's about finding your place in your life where you can breathe free, understand yourself, and take that next step towards becoming who you want to be. Sounds pretty good, huh? Well, it's not the back cover text for nothing. It's there to sell books, damn it. So we're going to start reading this today, and I got to tell you, I haven't read it in years. I wrote this book, or I should say, I initially published this book, and as a matter of fact, would you like to hear the publishing history? Because it's a very interesting one, and I'm going to give it all to you. If you're a writer or at all involved in the business, then you might find this amusing. So I wrote this book in 2006. Vicki and I were just married, and in the wake of our marriage, there was a lot that we had to wrestle with. My friend Tim was unmistakably an alcoholic, and our friend Megan was dying of leukemia. And in the face of those two things and my unemployment, success seemed like a joke. So I decided that it was the right time to write about it. 2008 or so, I found representation and a publisher. I'm not going to tell you the publisher's name. You can look that all up. It's all out on the internet for the avid scavenger. But long story short, my first publisher burned me so bad. They took all of my royalties. They stole everything. It was murder to get that book back. And when I finally did, it was probably a good 5 years or so later. And so this publisher was milking all of my sales, and there were a few. And so we got the book away from the publisher, and silly me, I stuck with the same agency, and they put it with another publisher who were gonna just destroy the book. Fortunately, I decided that I'd had enough, and I decided to go the route, the self-publishing route. And the original cover was similar to this, and I actually kind of like the mountain that I have. I do wish I'd done the font differently, holding the book in my hand. But that's how that worked out, and I was finally able to record the audiobook for it. And so this book, I haven't seen this book probably in a good 6 or 7 years, maybe 8 years. I don't know what my reaction is going to be upon reading it. I will tell you that the dedication in this book is to Megan Pham Deo, who never really liked me very much. Megan is my friend who died from leukemia, and she features a great deal in this book. She was a bigger part of my life than I actually thought at the time. The inscription, the quote at the beginning, I hear my wife milling about upstairs. I'm wondering if she's coming down. The quote at the beginning of the book is from Ecclesiastes 9:11. Just because the book is full of shit doesn't mean there aren't some gems. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. And that is basically how we define success in our society. You'll hear more about how I define success as we begin reading Climbing Maya in the next video. So I hope to see you there, and That's it.
And there you have it. You've just survived another Ken Salle video. For more information about new releases, projects in the works, or even stuff from the archives, head on down to kenlasalle.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and all around social media, just as long as it's called Facebook or Twitter. Thanks for your support, as always. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back soon with more nonsense.